laps. So that's the stage set. Had the first race. I guess the question is, can Lewis Gilbert be stopped in this one? From 8th place, he made it look pretty easy. From pole position, you'd expect it to be even easier, but there's a lot of quick drivers sat in just behind there. If they play their cards right, then I think we're going to see a very, very good battle here, a very close race with a lot of drivers capable of going on to win. Gilbert, Van Dijk, row 1, Pauwels and Hahn in row 2, Burgess, Pullman, Hunter, De Haan, Van Voot and Rees your top 10. Gilbert to the left of green there and to the inside. Danny Van Dijk nearest to us to the outside. And we are off away and racing this time then. Lewis Gilbert leading us down towards turn number 1. But Gilbert leaves the door open and there goes Kobe Pauwels to try and take the lead. A bit of contact between himself and Gilbert. Oh, and a big accident. An accident going through the second corner there. 3 drivers off the track. Someone going over the top of another driver. Not too sure exactly who was caught up in all that. I think I may have spotted Kai Rillarts. I think Kai Hunter may have been caught up in that. Certainly one of the KR Sport drivers involved. Out front, it looks as if we have Gilbert and Kobe Pauwels away and clear. Just trying to spot who that is in third. I think it's Danny Van Dijk then in third place. It was about 4 drivers all trying to go into one corner. And it was just never going to work. There's Ben Burgess going in to third place. So Burgess has had a good start to the race. 4th place is then Van Dijk. In 5th place is, let's try and pick out who that is. It's, well, Van Dijk's actually lost 4th place. So who is that now in 4th? That is Mike Van Voot. So Van Voot's had a good start. And there goes Mike Van Voot into 3rd place. So Van Voot, one of the drivers who was out of position in the first race. Van Voot, this is where we're used to seeing him. 2nd in the CIK Academy last year, Mike Van Voot. And now 3rd in race 2 here at the BNL karting series on day 1. As we head down the back straight, Van Voot 3rd, Burgess 4th, Van Dijk 5th, then Mads Rees, I think that was going through to 6th place past Robert De Haan. Milan Coppins went with him, so De Haan has dropped down to 8th place. Then it's Stopfree and Stemmerdink rounding out the top 10. Now, Kai Hunter was indeed caught up in an incident at the start there. So was Chris Arnon. So those were the two big names, if you like, to fall away in that incident at the second corner. Just going into that left-hander, 4 drivers wide going into it. It was, see that exit curve coming out of this first corner. Drivers were taking to that. And then as the track narrowed up, that's where we saw the field compress together and incidents started to happen. And it looked as if Kai Hunter went over the top of Chris Harnan or vice versa. Either way, the result is that they are both at the back of the field, 24th and 25th. Jeffrey Fix and Donny Hoot have not actually come round to complete the lap. So those two have been caught up in something even worse than that. So whether they have had trouble before the race has actually got underway. I do see a stranded car, which is Jeffrey Fix, but I don't believe Donny Hoot actually came out of the pits. So I'm not too sure what happened there. But back to the racing. There are your 2 leaders, Lewis Gilbert and Kobe Pauwels, across the line. Behind that, Mike Van Voot is in chase. Now, Mike Van Voot, 2.2 seconds back from Lewis Gilbert in the race lead. There you can see Ben Burgess losing 4th place to Danny Van Dijk. 5th place at the 6th place then is, let's see, it's going to be Robert De Haan, isn't it? Yes. Mads Rees, who was quickest on track, is 7th. Then it's Milan Coppins, Zopfrey, Max Stemmerdink, Zopfrey, is 9th place. And it's always disappointing when you hear this. Quickest on track, Kai Hunter. Well, he'll in a way be disappointed to hear that, but let's see how many places he can make up. Just goes to show where he could have been, perhaps. Now, it looks as if Ben Burgess has lost a place to Robert De Haan, I think. Yes, he's down to 6th place, so I think De Haan is now up to 5th. Then it's Mads Rees just behind that as we head across the line. Lewis Gilbert has just extended his lead to just over half a second. Mike Van Voot goes quickest of all. So Van Voot trying to close on the leaders. Still kicking off behind there. Ben Burgess in the middle of that battle. He's now been passed once again. I think that's Mads Rees who's now had gone by. Milan Coppins also in there. Largim Ali, who's making good progress, is up to 9th place. Then it's Zokbi in 10th place at the moment. Those 5 presenting through picture. Good bit of battle going on there. So this is the battle for 5th place, being led by Robert De Haan. Then it's Mads Rees, then Ben Burgess, then Milan Coppins, and then Largim Ali. As now we focus on Lewis Gilbert. Out the last corner he comes, and he's going to have 9 laps to go now as he crosses the line. 2nd place then Kobe Carvels, 3rd place Mike Van Boot, and a change further back for 5th place, it looks like, going into turn 1. Indeed it was. Mads Rees has gone into 5th place. I don't think Robert De Haan was terribly worried about it. Ben Burgess could be under attack here from Milan Coppins and Largim Ali. And then Kai Rillarts is in 10th. So Kai Rillarts from 20th on the grid up to 10th place. Could do with these 5 drivers on screen battling further now to try and close the gap, because the gap to 9th place, Kai Rillarts, is about 1.6 seconds. So he'll need a battle to help him close that gap down. But, drivers now heading down start-finish straight. Lewis Gilbert extending his lead once again. It's now a second over Kobe Carvels. Kobe finished 3rd in the opening race. 3rd in the second would be a great result. Lewis Gilbert gone for 2 victories. Mike Van Boot, he was 9th in the first race, so 9th in the 3rd. Good progress for him. Danny Van Dijk was 2nd earlier. And Mads Rees, who is currently in 5th place earlier on, he was 10th. So again, moving forward pretty well. Now tomorrow they will qualify again, so this will have no reflection on where they start for the 2 races tomorrow. Basically tomorrow it's kind of we do everything all over again. We have another practice session, another qualifying session, and 2 more races. It's a very popular timetable, a very popular schedule, way to do things, because it gives drivers, if you have a bad Saturday, then that doesn't mean you're going to have a bad Sunday. Now that's Ben Burgess losing 8th place there to Milan Coppins, but that's why it's a pretty favoured layout out here, because people like that race format. Some other events that all come down to Sunday, if you have that one bad race, then it really can affect things. But running this format, then you've got kind of 4 races to get a result. So it's definitely a format I'm a fan of. Now, Gilbert, in pulling away here, Kobe Carvels is actually coming under a lot of pressure from Mike Van Boot. Vincent France, by the way, is just set a new fastest lap from 18th on the grid. He's up to 11th. So Vincent France going along very well. But I think we're about to see a change for 2nd, are we? Not quite yet. But Mads Rees, Mike Van Boot definitely getting closer there in the 117. Closing in on Kobe Carvels. Out of the hairpin and onto the back straight they go. I don't think Van Boot quite has the pace to close down Lewis Gilbert, as Chris Harnan now sets a new fastest lap. Chris Harnan's up to 21st, by the way. Kai Hunter up to 19th. So Chris Harnan again, it's one of those things. Great that he's setting the fastest lap moving forward, but had he not come off track, then would this be him challenging Lewis Gilbert, or trying to challenge Lewis Gilbert for the lead? There goes a move for 2nd though. Mike Van Boot into 2nd place. Good move that. Caught out Kobe Carvels, who definitely wasn't expecting it to come so soon. So Mike Van Boot into 2nd with a gap of 1.5 seconds to Lewis Gilbert. What can he do in 5 laps is the question. It's a big ask if he's going to want to close that gap down, but he'll certainly give it a good go. Now behind this, 4th place looks to be Danny Van Dijk's, but Mads Rees is under pressure in 5th place. He's got Robert De Haan just behind, and then one of the biggest movers on track Ali Largin. Largin Ali going along very well at the moment. Largin Ali started 17th place, so up to 7th, and with the potential to move forward a few more. Then it's Coppins in 8th place. Ben Burgess was 9th place, just trying to see if he still is there. He is. But Vincent France and Kai Willart are closing in. Mike Van Boot has brought the gap to Lewis Gilbert down, but only by 1/10 of a second, as we now have 4 laps remaining. Just behind there, you can see the Mads Reeks battle. So Mads Reeks, Robert De Haan, and then Largin Ali. It's lap 11 of 14 we are on. So there'll be 3 laps when they cross the line remaining. Mike Van Boot there in second. He's pulling away, isn't he? Toby Powell's. Mike Van Boot would have gotten to this position 5, 6 laps earlier, then you'd be thinking there's a good chance he may be able to catch Lewis Gilbert, or not a good chance, there is a chance. But so late into the race, I'm not so sure there is, given the form Lewis Gilbert is on so far this weekend. The gap's come down once again, but only by another 10th, now 1.3 seconds. It need Lewis Gilbert to make a mistake here. 5th place, that battle's still going on. Here it is, Mads Reeks, Robert De Haan and Largin Ali. Ben Burgess falling away, and he's under pressure, as we said, from Vincent France and Milan Coppins. So France is now into the top 10, having started 18th on the grid, and there goes a move for 5th place. That was Robert De Haan, and Largin Ali's gone with him. So Largin Ali up into 6th place, De Haan up to 5th place, and a move that has really left Mads Reeks now with a lot of work to do over the next couple of laps. Mads Reeks dropping down to 7th place. Largin Ali now trying to go into 5th place. He's now going to be putting pressure under Robert De Haan. De Haan doing a fantastic job here today as they go across the start-finish line. Is Largin Ali going to make a move? We have 2 laps now to go. Will he make a move going into turn 1? He won't. So he's going to stay where he is for now. So it's Gilbert, Van Boot, Pauwels, Van Dijk, De Haan. Then it's Ali, Rees, Burgess, France, Coppins, Coleman, Brillarts, Eggfist, Stemmerdink, Mice, Andrisani, Hunter and Harnan are 17th and 18th and pretty much together on track. And then it's Lardinois, Rudenberg, Van Harver, Piker, then it's Mikalov, De Witt, and unfortunately out the race, Stockby, Fix, Donny Hoot did not start the race. That all came off on the opening lap, as the last lap forward now is shown to Lewis Gilbert as he comes across the start-finish line. On screen, we are looking at the battle for 5th place, De Haan versus Ali, as they head across the line. Ali looking to the outside, may try to switch to the inside, going into turn 1, he can't. Then we have Rees, Burgess and France all queuing up behind. Here is our race leader, Lewis Gilbert, heading down the back straight. Lewis Gilbert on for what would be his 2nd win of the day, but the battle for 5th really heating up. Look at them coming down the back straight. They're all jinking across there to the inside of the circuit, queuing up then as they go through the chicane. De Haan just trying to hold off Ali. Then he's got Rees, Burgess, France, Coppins, and also closing in is Justin Pohlman. But out the last corner, Lewis Gilbert may have had problems in qualifying, but he recovered that and won race 1. Now he wins race 2. Lewis Gilbert, 2 wins out of 2 so far this season for him. He takes the win here at Genk. A perfect drive from Lewis Gilbert. Mike Van Boot, what an impressive performance from Mike. Finishes in 2nd place there. Van Boot from 9th on the grid to 2nd. A good recovery from what has been a disappointing qualifying as well. Mike Van Boot qualified all the way down in 14th. Moved forward then to 9th in race 1. And from 9th through to 2nd in race 2. You can't ask much more of him than that. So good stuff from Mike Van Boot. He can have a better qualifying tomorrow. I think we could see a good duel between Gilbert and Van Boot. Toby Powell's finishes in 3rd place. Danny Van Dyke 4th place. Then it's Robert DeHaan in 5th place. Largim Ali 6th place. Mads Rees finishes in 7th. Ben Burgess 8th. Vincent France 9th. Justin Pullman 10th place. There's confirmation of the result. Milan Coppins 11th. Kai Rillarts finishes in 12th place. Wildo Edqvist 13th. Max Stemmerding 14th. Kai Hunter and Chris Harnan recover to 15th and 16th places. Gianni Andrisani next along with 17th. Then it's Mike Nice, Sven Lardenois, then Rudenberg, Vera Van Haver, Artem Nikolov. It's Roderick Picker, Bart DeWitt, Dan Stockby, Jeffrey Fitz, and Donny Hoot. Unfortunately, not starting the race, out of the race, Dan Stockby and Jeffrey Fitz.